Welcome back to the Black American channel of the free and the brave. Today we're getting into an interview from way back in 2003 where the creator of the Boondocks, yes, the hit cartoon, predicted Black liberal fatigue, which is running rampant today. Now, if you are not familiar with the cartoon, I'm going to play this clip real quick so you can kind of get the idea of the conscientiousness that came from the cartoon. And if you have seen the cartoon before, enjoy the clip. Now, remember, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. Now, let's get into this clip real quick, and then I'm going to play the interview. One moment here.
Let's see how a nigga moment affects a white man.
Frick. Watch where you walking, bitch.
What did you... Wait a minute. I'm white.
Where you going? Don't you ignore me. This is a perfectly good moment to throw your life away.
All right, so as you can see, this particular clip is depicting honor culture, which is something that Black people need to relieve themselves of, because we live in a modern society where we live in a more of a dignity culture. And Black people are just willing to throw their lives away over being bumped by a stranger in the streets. I'm not going to get too deep in that. I did make a video about honor culture. Feel free to go back in my archives and catch that video. I'm going to move forward because I want to talk about this interview with Aaron McGruder. So let me go ahead and bring that one up to the center stage, and then we're going to go ahead and dissect that one here in a moment. Make sure you stay to the end. You don't want to miss this. Sorry.
I really want you guys to understand that time is running out. And a lot of Black people say that, but for real. Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that Black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. You're approaching a country that, forget hating Black people or not hating Black people, they just don't care. You can be talking about affirmative action, they can be like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery. I don't care about segregation. I don't care about you. I don't care how many of you all go to jail. I don't care at all, because I'm broke.
Right.
You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool?
Right.
They're going to talk to you? Yeah, right.
And I'm going to stop it right there because we have enough to speak on from that minute and a half right there, okay? So as he stated, time has run out. I believe he said time is running out in that particular clip. Now, this was from 2003 on C-SPAN. This man got all the way up on C-SPAN from creating a conscious cartoon. So props to this guy. I got to look him up to see what he's doing these days because I know he's probably doing something amazing. But time has run out at this point. White people don't care anymore. I've seen videos. I haven't had conversations in person, but I've seen videos, and these videos get thousands, hundreds and thousands of views, thousands of likes, thousands of comments. They don't care anymore. They don't care about you being locked up, you being roughed up by the police, you going to jail, slavery, civil rights, DEI. Now, let me tell you why, because you're going to be asking, but why? Why don't they care about these things? Like Mr. McGruder said in the video, in his interview, there's too many of us out there acting a damn fool. It's not all of us. I know that all police will hop down in the comment section. So stop now before you hit submit. But it's enough of us. And it's statistically not always us, but it's always us. Black fatigue. Now, let me explain black fatigue because, of course, Black people coined the phrase originally, meaning that they're tired of white people and the oppression and just, microaggressions, things of that nature. And which microaggressions are pretty much you just being paranoid because nobody is thinking about us that much. Trust me. But Black fatigue today means being sick and tired of Black people's shit. After all the coddling, after all of the social services and holding hands and wanting Black people to do better, and then to just see that they are actively fighting against themselves and not doing better. That's where the fatigue comes in. Yes, like I always admit, there has been many atrocities, many unfortunate situations, practices, policies that has handicapped us. Not today. Not anymore. Today, you can do any damn thing you want to do. Anything. The only people holding us back today is ourselves, and we have to come to terms with that. Because nobody cares anymore, and they're vocal about it. You can YouTube search Black fatigue right now. Go down a rabbit hole. You will see every single race commenting, creating videos, and they are getting hundreds of thousands and millions of views. They see our shit. They see that we have the highest crime rate per capita, 13%, 50% crimes. And it's really just mostly the men, which is 6%, 5 or 6%, 50% crimes. Absolutely insane. And the Black women have a higher crime rate than white men. Violent crime rate. Embarrassing. What are we doing? Where is the culture that we talk about? Where is that resilience? Where is that pride, that joy? Where is our sense of decency? We've lost it since the 60s. We don't dress like we should. Inappropriate everywhere we go. My mother taught me, Jamin, look good wherever you go, even if you're going to sleep. So when I step outside, no house shoes, no sweats, no pajamas, god awful Crocs. I would never own a pair of Crocs. We have no dignity anymore. We don't care about what we look like. We think we can just step outside and people have to accept us for whatever and however we want to be. And that's not how the world works. Sorry, you've been coddled too much to where you think you can just do whatever you want. And then when you don't get what you think you want and deserve, you cry discrimination. You cry racism. No, maybe you just weren't good enough. Maybe you didn't dress appropriately to your interview. Maybe you didn't groom yourself accordingly. I saw previously on a video where Black people, men and women, went to a hiring conference wearing do-rags, bonnets, sweatpants, and Crocs. And a young lady said, well, if they don't want to hire me, they just don't want to hire me. No. They will never even think twice if you don't come correct. Because how do you think they're going to think you're going to come to work? Because in an interview, that's the best version of you that they will ever see, because it's all down here from there. Not saying that you won't come to work on time, you won't dress appropriately, but when you go to an interview, you send your representative to speak for you. Hopefully you know what I mean. For all the low IQ people out there, when you go to an interview, you send your representative. That means you are postured up. You should be dressed well. You should be speaking well. You don't go in there and say, hey, I'm just going to walk in here how I want to be, how I want to look. I'm going to just roll out of bed and they got to take me as I am. That's not how the world works. That's not how the world works. When you get pulled over, hands 10 and 2. Look at the body cam videos. Search body cam videos. Midwest body cam, Code Blue. Look at them. We on there acting a goddamn fool, and it's embarrassing. Wonder why people tired of us. Wonder why people clutch their purse when we walk by. That ain't racism. That's acknowledgement of patterns. You know what doesn't happen to me? People tense up. I dress well, appropriately. Dress for the occasion. I'm not hooded up. Skied up, walking down the street, sagging. All these things are consistent with criminal behavior. Even if you're squeaky clean, you don't participate in any nefarious behavior, any criminal behavior. If you look a certain way, you will be perceived a certain way. And it doesn't have anything to do with race. For example, a hoodie. If people can't see your eyes, your face, you're already deemed to be some sort of threat. White people, Hispanic people, Black people, Asian people. That's why a lot of establishments say you have to remove your hood if you don't know that. Shouldn't have to explain this to you. Hoodies are very casual. I shouldn't have to explain this to my people. I don't know if I'm getting off topic here, but let's hop back into it. We don't have any more time. It's up to us to change our narrative, change our stereotypes. We need to put a focus back on education, back on family. We need to keep fathers in the home. We need to work on relationships and not just be focused on the sexual aspect of relationships. We need to stay together and we need to focus on what we need to do as a group of people to change our stereotypes and to progress ourselves socially and financially. Again, the Black liberal fatigue was predicted long ago by this very intellectual gentleman, Aaron McGruder, the Boondocks creator. Very intelligent man. And he saw it coming. That video aged very well. I'm glad I came across it. Just remember, they don't have any more sympathy for us. They are also actively replacing us with all the illegal immigrants coming in, moving into our neighborhoods, our areas, taking up all the property, the places to live, taking up vehicles, driving up prices. They're getting a whole new voter block, a whole new voter base who is also going to be dependent on the government and all the things that the Democrats say they will provide and will ultimately never do, just like they did for us. You guys need to wake up. We need to wake up. Realize what's going on around you. Get your mind right. Get your head right. Get in the game. Focus. Because they don't care anymore. And no one is going to save you but you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for staying to the end. Leave your comments down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. This is the Black American channel of the free and the brave.